If you're born poor, it's not your fault. But if you die poor, it is 100% totally your fault. Now, I know we're going to have some people right now who do not agree with that. But I'm telling you, absolutely it's your fault. In the land that we live in today, there's opportunity everywhere that we look. The only limitations you have in your life are the limitations that you set upon yourself. Start believing what God says about you. You see, guys, God doesn't make junk. And if you think that you're junk, if you think that you're worthless, it's nothing but the trick of the enemy trying to tell you that. I'll say it again. God don't make no junk. When he made you, he made a big deal. The word says that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. It don't matter what you're doing or what you should have did or what you're not doing. It doesn't change the fact that you're fearfully and wonderfully made. And God made you. Yes, you. I'm talking about you. You are a big deal. You know, I always say that fear kills more dreams than failure ever will. You get to decide what fear stands for in your life. Does fear stand for forget everything and run? Does fear stand for false evidence appearing real? Or does fear stand for face everything and rise? You get to decide what fear stands for in your life. But challenge makes us grow. That's why they call it growing pains. It doesn't feel good to grow. But when we grow, when we step outside of our comfort zone, when we do things to challenge us and grow us, that's when we start to get rid of that mediocre mindset, that average mindset. When you want to change your circumstances, the first thing you got to do is change your mindset. Once you change your mindset, you have to change your circles. So watch who you surround yourself with. So listen, guys, remember in the Bible, there were these friends who had another friend who was on a mat. He was lame. He couldn't walk. And they put him on the mat and they took him to the house because they heard that Jesus was in the house and they wanted their friend to be healed. But when they got to the house, it was really crowded. There was a lot of people. And rather than turning around and going away and give it up, they went up on the roof that wasn't their house and they dug through the roof and they lowered their friend down. And the Bible says that when Jesus saw their faith, when he saw their faith, their friend was healed. Dig through the roof. Here's my point. See, guys, in life, there are some things that you have to do to dig through the roof. There are some things that are not going to come easy. And if you want those things, you got to dig through the roof. You can't see a crowd, turn around and go back. Nobody can tell you no. And you say, well, you said no. I guess that's it. You got to be willing to go the extra step. Do whatever it takes to dig through the roof to get what you want. Because what God has for you is for you. You see, there are things that God has commanded you to do, things he's told you to do, and you're trying to figure it out. You're trying to think, you know what? I don't see how it's going to happen. Well, you're not going to see how it's going to happen because he didn't say it was going to happen here. He said it was going to happen there. And so what we've got to do is we've got to have the faith to step out and go where he has called us to go. You see, there's wealth over there. There's prosperity over there. There's breakthrough over there. There's healing over there. But we tend to stay where we are because we don't see it. We're trying to see it with our natural eyes. And the problem is this: you're not going to see it here. There is nothing here because he didn't command you that it was here. He said it was over there. You see, you're trying to see it, and I'm telling you, jump and the net will appear. You build your wings on the way down. You don't look down and say, I don't see a net, so I'm not going to jump. You got to do what he's called you to do. You got to go where he's called you to go, because everything you want is not right here. It's over there. So keep pushing. Don't give up. Whatever your dreams are, make sure you go out there and get it done. Steve speaks.